What is going on, guys? It's your boy Acesso here, bringing guys another video here today, bringing guys a cool little After Effects tutorial on how to create your own animated video overlays. Now, I know it's been a little bit too long because I do feel like I let this video go out for a little bit too long, for the reasons being, if you guys do remember, I did a video like this, like, I don't know, like a year ago or so, and I did this in Cinema 4D. If you don't remember, let me give you a quick little refresh.
But, you know, I'm gonna show you guys a cool little base, like, you know, how to actually do something like this. It's kind of fun just to waste some time, or just if you really want.
Look at that. Did you just see that? Did you see?
Maybe like the overlay in the top, like right now or something, to show you guys what we did at the end of the project.
That's something, guys. I actually uploaded that video, 320 likes, so I expect nothing but more likes on this video than ever, simply because I'm going to be doing this in an actual program where I feel like this should be done. You know, maybe if I was a little bit better at 3D stuff, kind of like rendering in Cinema 4D, maybe it'll come out cooler. However, that was a fun video. However, I want to show you guys how to do the same exact thing, basically, within After Effects, using, however, kind of like this theme of the overlay. See this little bottom part here? I'm gonna be kind of reanimating this to kind of make it look a little bit cooler, kind of come in a cool fashion, like video production, right? Kind of like sort of introducing a video overlay and kind of like having it like do whatever you want it to do transition wise, and then continue on with the video. So it's gonna be a little cool little thing, fun little project for you guys to do if you guys want to try it yourselves. Of course, 200 likes on the video equals a secret down below. As always, it's probably gonna be the AEP file of this video here today, possibly the After Effects file. And I am gonna be putting one thing in the description down below. It'll be this photo here, which is gonna be basically an overlay kind of template to kind of give you guys the shapes. They're gonna be on the bottom here, like so, right here. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that today, and then yeah, just go ahead and go get that really quickly if you guys want to, and let's get this thing going. So, okay, let's go ahead and do this. So, new composition, of course, right-click new composition, and we're gonna go with the 1920 by 1080. We're gonna press OK. Duration is gonna be at 15 seconds. I'm not gonna be really worrying about that too much. I just want to kind of get the whole premise out of the way, so pressing OK now. And then I'm going to say, like I said before, drag this overlay file in. If you guys don't have this inside your workstation, simply just drag it in for where you saved it, and then throw it right into here. It'll be right here, just like so. And you want to just drag it into here, your layers. And as you can see, this is my little simple, cool, fun kind of start, right? This is kind of like a three-shaped overlay. Very simple, right? As you can see, the three shapes will be this middle black one. Kind of four shapes in a way. This middle black one, this bevel kind of thing going on here. This back one for this like little gray here, and then of course this yellow going on here. I almost said blue for some reason. This yellow kind of shape that's kind of going to be a very simple shape to do within Illustrator, or not Illustrator, within After Effects. Very simple stuff, and having a trace is almost even easier, right? So yeah, if you guys want to kind of maybe do it yourselves and kind of do it within Photoshop first, and like get like the shapes at least, and then kind of drag it into After Effects, do that as well, or even just drag the freaking file in of yourselves. However, whatever way you want to do it, this is what I'm going to be starting off with, and this is what I'm going to be going for. So let's get this thing going. First thing I'm going to do is every time you're going to be doing this, you're going to be making a new shape layer. So you're going to go to right click new, and you're going to make a shape layer, because we're going to be using the pen tool for basically every single thing we're going to be doing. So on this new shape layer, the pen tool is located right up here, right at this toolbar, the pen tool. If you press G on your keyboard, it brings up the pen tool itself. If you're on a different tool, just like so, if I press G, you see it brings it up. And now if you press G multiple times, it will rotate through the different selections of the pencil that you have. However, it's simple to just kind of like, you know, click and just click where you need it, right? So what we're going to do first is, of course, we're going to pencil out this middle, our first kind of shape, our first rectangle here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, holding Alt, and I'm scrolling in. I'm going to click right over here, and I'm going to click right down here, and I'm going to click like right here and here. Let me make sure that's a straight line. If you want to make sure it's a straight line, hold Shift and then select your point for your pen tool, and it'll make sure that it's a straight line, and then click here, and this is close enough for me, and I'm good with that. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is pretty much change the color. I don't want this orange. I want a nice cool dark kind of gray, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it, move it down here, and I'll say like right here is pretty good, pressing OK. Now as you can see, it's a very simple shape going on here, right? Just like so. And I just changed the color by either you can just select the layer like this, or you can use the selection tool and then click the actual shape, and then go over to your fill says, or where it says fill, and then kind of just select your color, whatever the heck color you want. And I'm gonna choose this nice little kind of black. And what I'm going to really do really quickly is add a simple solid. You don't need this. However, of course, you don't actually want it when you actually render it out or whatever, because you don't want an actual background anyway. However, I'm just going to put this background here just so you can see kind of like what's going on here, just for like, you know, purposes, right? All right, so with this shape here, we're going to actually make a bevel. Now, as you can see here, this is kind of like a bevel what I'm talking about. It kind of looks like this is a sharp edge to a very simple flat kind of shapes, right? These are basically two flat shapes. However, together they kind of sort of look like it's almost like a bevel, that this is like a very nice sharp corner here, and that's what I kind of want, right? So to do that, all I'm going to do is basically add yet again another new shape layer. And with this shape layer, I'm going to be using the pen tool, G on my keyboard, and I'm going to just zoom in and kind of sort of just kind of trace it over again. So I'm going to kind of select the top over here. I'm going to kind of guess where the middle is. I'll say like right here is where the middle is located. Now, if I just go over to the right side and then hold shift to make sure it's a straight line and kind of select right there and then select on the top corner and then select over here just like so, and there we go. We have our second shape that's kind of overlapping the first shape that we made. Now, if you're, for whatever reason, your color is not the same color as before, this is the different, of course, this is a different shape. If yours is not the same color as before, to simply do that is when you select on this shape right here, or you select the actual layer itself, and you go to the fill up here, you can just select the eyedropper tool, which is kind of like located within a color picker. You select it simply, and you can see wherever you kind of move your mouse is kind of where it's going to be. So if I select on this canvas that we're working on, and I select the same exact gray that we use for the first little shape here, if I just select it just like so, you're going to want to do that because what you're going to do after that is whatever the color it is, doesn't matter whatever color it was. However, mine is black, so it's a little easier for me to kind of guess where it was, but I'm just making sure that you guys know how to select the exact same color. You simply just select this white circle here, and just drag it up. Drag it up to enough where you kind of see a nice, good, even kind of difference between the two tones of whatever colors you're using. You press OK, and you can like select over here if you want to like kind of see what's going on here. And there you go. You kind of have this nice, simple, beautiful bevel that just looks good, and it just makes me feel happy when I do it. So I like to do that. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of sort of do the next part, which is gonna be the little what yellow we have going on here. So simply, I'm gonna actually rename these really quickly. We're gonna name this. This is the bevel, so we'll call it the bevel, and then this is the kind of the main layer, so the main, we'll just call it main, and then we're going to make it yet again another shape layer. Drag this down, using the pen tool, it's G in this program, always press P for some reason, and we're going to simply kind of just pen tool out this shape. And now when I say pen tool out this shape, I do mean kind of sort of penciling out, not one shape at a time. What I'm going to do is simply, what's going on here? Why is that, there we go. Oops. Oh, I selected the different shape. Alright, boom. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm kind of just going to, I guess, pen tool out the shape itself within here. Oh god, I keep pressing G multiple times and it switches my key, and it's annoying the heck out of me. Just saying. Alright, I got to be used to this pen tool G thing. It's not P on my keyboard anymore. Let's see. Cooperate. Okay, and then up here, got to move this over a little bit as well. Maybe move this one over a little bit as well. And then come right down here. And then connect it. And we're zooming out. So you can see it's kind of like a weird shape. However, this is behind everything. So you're not going to be seeing anything else besides what's going to be shown, which is on the top side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my fill here. I'm going to go to this orange. I'll make it orange because I want to, or even like a reddish orange. Whatever color the heck you guys want. Let's see. Does that look good? I think that does look good. If I just get rid of this other picture here, you can see it looks pretty okay. Now, I mean, it's even enough, right? We're just going to go for tutorial purposes here. That it's even, and it looks okay. And it's definitely not even because this is hella weird looking. All right, let's just kind of, let's give it a little bit of love. No. That's not really that even. Oh, it's going to tilt the hell out of me. I know it's going to make you guys so mad. Dude, we're going to have to just let it go. We're going to have to let it go for today. Boom. That's close enough. That's even enough. Let's just say that's even for every OCD person ever. However, I would make sure it's even, of course. But for now, I'm just going to let that go. Let that slide. Now, this is, of course, the back plate layer for, like, the color. A little bit of nice little color tint to come out. Now, for whatever reason, you kind of want maybe a gradient of some sort. If you guys want to, it's located under Effects, Generate, and I believe it's called Ramp, right? And so what you can do is pretty much you already had your color selected from the first time, right? You can select your little eyedropper tool and just click up there again, and kind of get the same exact color right away. Now, if you guys, just so I can show you really quickly, if I just make this color a dramatic different color than before, green, right? If I select this little, where it says like end of ramp, and it has this little, almost like a, how do you call it? Like a target tool. If I kind of select like right here, you can see, or let's target this orange as well. Target like right there. You can see you can get 2 different tones of color if you guys choose to. Now, for me, I'm just going to make this, this green, not this orange, but like basically a little darker maybe. And like a little bit of a different tint maybe, just like so, to kind of have like a nice little gradient thing going on here. You don't have to, it's just kind of like the thing that you can do if you guys wish to, and it looks pretty cool if you guys end up doing it even 2 different colors even. So that's like this backplate layer. We're gonna call this what are we gonna call this? We're gonna call this the color one. Yep. And then this is a layer probably made on accident. Yes, it is. And okay, so last but not least is one more last like little shape layer, which will be this little kind of like extended stuff going on here, and then we'll animate it really quickly, right? Because it'll be very simple. We're probably going to be using 2 different kind of transitions. However, you can go explore as much as you want, but for now we're going to make a new shape layer, drag this below everything, and then take our pen tool, which is G, and we're going to zoom over here, and we're going to go ahead and make a nice back plate little thing going on here, and then connect it. And then for this color, we're gonna make this pretty much like a white. Pressing OK, and now I no longer need this little PNG here anymore. However, I'm just gonna keep it there just in case. But this is now basically remade the PNG just like so, and these are all different layers within After Effects now, and no longer a PNG, as you can see. Right, very simple, very cool, and we're pretty much ready to simply animate this thing. So the first thing you want to do is kind of figure out how much time you want, of course. I put mine to 15 seconds. Like I said, it doesn't really matter for me right now, but I'm going to be using for this tutorial a simple 0 to 2 seconds for my animations to be kind of like started. So for what I want to start this animation with is the main actual little shape here, which is like right here, located right here, and kind of have this one kind of slide from nowhere and to kind of appear in a way. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to select my main layer. And that's how, of course, you're going to select every single transition. You want to select the layer itself, and then you want to go to Effects. You want to go to Transitions, and the one that I like the most right now is Iris Wipe, right? Just like so. If I select Iris Wipe, if I just quickly get rid of everything else that you can't see, right? I only show this actual one shape. And if I go to the outer radius here, you're going to see this is sort of the transitions, like what you're going to be keyframing most likely. And this is it right here. Now for me, as you can see this little target tool right here. This is kind of like the focal point of how this Iris Wipe is going to work. For me, what I like to do is I like to select this little focal point thing right here, and then kind of sort of guess the middle, but you don't have to really guess. You can kind of sort of measure with this little thing right here. These 2 things kind of gives you the middle pretty easily, right? Select the middle, and that way when I do this little outer radius kind of transition, you can see that it starts from nothing, and all of a sudden you kind of zoom in more to get to 0, and then it's basically something at the end, right? It's very cool, very simple. I like this kind of transition, and that's what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically figure out what, kind of like my number I have to put in when I go to the right side, is how far it takes to get to the, right at the end, right? Perfectly, just like, we'll say like 690 is no longer, you can't see anything, and this is where I'm going to keyframe. So I'm going to keyframe that just like so, and if I just move up to 2 seconds, or roughly, and then just pretty much type it in 0, because that's the 0 we're going to need, of course, and then you can see from 0 seconds to 2 seconds, going to do a simple little wipe. Now, if you want to see your keyframes, just simply click on the layer itself, on the main layer, press U on your keyboard, and then you can see the keyframes no matter whatever's keyframed on it. If you do 2 different transitions or whatever the heck you put on it, no matter what, if you press U on your keyboard within the actual layer, you'll see all of the different keyframes that are in there, and you're good to go. Now for me, what I'm going to do is why I show these keyframes is because I want to sort of show you guys Easy Ease. And if you don't know Easy Ease, if you didn't watch my entrance tutorial, it's pretty cool. It's going to make it look a little more cooler, right? In the simplest way. So if I just show you guys this, it's a very slow, simple animation, point A to point B, with no real kind of character to it, and that's what I kind of think Easy Ease is doing, is kind of showing a little character. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight these 2 little keyframes here, just like simply click on the outside, and then dragging, kind of finding it, right? And then right-click on one of the keyframes, go to Keyframe Assistant, and then go to Easy Ease. And then you're going to go to Graph Editor. Basically, Easy Ease is I'm going to be talking about kind of giving a little character, kind of speed up the transition between point A to point B. Go to Graph Editor here. Select this little point here, and you can see this graph. So it's a very simple animation, point A to point B. So if I just take these 2 points, and kind of move them in a little bit, right? You can move one in. Basically what this will mean is it's going to go really fast, kind of slow down and slow down, slow down, slow down. Now, what I wanted to do is kind of go really fast, slow down for a quick little second, then kind of go back to going a little bit more faster. So I'm going to move this one a little more in, and what I'll do is really quickly render it for you guys, and you'll see it does more of a character kind of animation. It's no longer like a point A to point B slow animation. It's like a nice little, it's very smooth, and it looks really good, and I really suggest you guys to do it as well. And we're basically going to do that to every single thing we do. I want to make sure I just kind of go in depth for the first kind of shape layer, because it's the most important for me. So now that I have this here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is make sure I have my bevel and stuff going to be coming in as well. So I will start with the bevel next. So I'm going to say after about right here, let's say like midway, 75% of the way of the transition done, we're going to take our bevel and we're going to do the same thing with the iris, but we're going to start at a different time, of course. So transition, iris wipe, and we're going to take this here, make sure it's in the middle, right here. Just like that, it's in the middle now. And I'm going to go ahead and go to, where's my outer radius? I believe it was 690, right? 690, it should be the same. If I just press enter now, there we go. And I'm just going to keyframe this right here. And at 2 seconds, I want that to be done as well. So I'm going to take this, put it at 0. That way it's keyframe. Now I'm going to quickly just kind of scroll through. And you're going to see it's like boom. And then right before this connects, this should come out. As you can see, it's coming out right now. This should come out and sort of meet with it just like so. Very simple stuff, right? And I'm going to do the same thing as before. Press the U on my keyboard, find the keyframes, go to easy ease. Now you can do easy ease in or out. You can do it like manually, very simply, like a nice little preset for you guys. And I just like to do it myself, just like so. And I'm gonna just quickly render this out. RAM render. It's like boom, just like that. It looks pretty cool so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna say the color one is next. Now for this one, I'm gonna use we're actually gonna start it at 2 seconds exactly. So right after everything finishes in the middle, I'm gonna have the color and stuff come out. So pretty much I'm gonna use for this one is effects, transitions, and we'll use something simple, cool like CC Jaws, right? And we're gonna go to our completion here, and we're keyframing it right away. And we're gonna make sure that it goes up to 100%, because 100% is basically 0 in this case, because you want to, of course, start it off where you can't see it. So 100% is basically the completion is being done. So I'm gonna make sure I keyframe that at that 2 seconds, because I don't want everything to be seen at all until I want to like show it. So I'm gonna say like halfway between 2 to 3 seconds, I'll put this back down to 0, and that we're gonna see it comes in right after everything closes. Boom! Then all of a sudden the color comes in, looks really cool stuff, right? And then we're gonna just go ahead and press the U really quickly. Give it that nice easy ease, and zoom in so I can see it a little bit better, just like so. All right, cool. If I RAM preview this now really quickly, if your RAM preview is taking forever, it shouldn't. It's just shapes. However, it is. If you want to, make sure you just change your kind of your present, how does you call it, your preview quality lower. That way it'll render a little bit faster. That does help. Boom, boom, boom. That looks pretty cool. See? Alright, so the last but not least is the last little shape layer here. And we'll do this at the same thing. We'll do it at 2 seconds where the shape layer is going to come in. So right when the color comes in, the shape, this little last shape layer will come in as well. We're just going to make this a very simple... What are we going to do? Let's just go something different. Let's say... Is linear weird? I feel like linear will be kind of weird. Because I feel like it would just be like a very simple, very choppy animation, because you don't see everything go through. So you're just going to see this, and all of a sudden this pops up. So linear wipe is probably not the best idea. I need both of them to come at the same time. So I might just use the iris again. Okay, we'll do that. Get rid of linear wipe, please. Be one iris. So pretty much take this nice little thing here. Find out where the middle is roughly, right there. And then we're going to say 690 again, right? Is that enough? Press enter. Nope, 690 is not enough for this layer. We'll say right there. Keyframe it at 2 seconds, and then I'll say right after this kind of ends, right before this ends, this will come in and it finishes well with it, right? So, boom. So I'm gonna quickly show these keyframes. So you can see I started at 2 seconds at the nice little 7 whatever, how long it needs to be for the actual shape to not be there. And then around the time where this kind of sort of finishes, this will finish as well. Just like that, right? And then I'll kind of easy ease these in really quickly. And boom. And then take these. I'll just kind of make this come really fast and then slow down for some reason. Why not? Boom. Perfect. It looks really good. It looks really cool, right? It's very simple kind of stuff here, and it kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a production value thing, right? You don't have to make your overlays look really cool. However, I also said these can be used as lower thirds as well. So you can put like, leave a like or thumbs up the video or whatever the heck, or like follow me on Twitter here, and then like maybe close it all. You can put a simple composition, and you can actually make this a pre-comp. I'm just going to show you really quickly. I don't want to do this for myself right now. However, if I just make this a pre-composition, it basically means grouping everything together, right? If I group everything together here, this will basically make essentially one entire layer. So there's going to be, if I press U on my keyboard, there's no keyframes in here anymore, because it's kind of sort of making it say, this is now one entire layer. To get back into the layer, you double click on it, and you'll see the pre-composition. If I just quickly press the U on my keyboard, now you'll see all the keyframes again. And then when you fix the keyframes in here, it will then fix the pre-composition one within your composition actually, right? So if I wanted to say, after like, I don't know, 4 seconds, I'm going to close everything down or wipe it away or something really cool like that, you can just go to effects while you're selected on your pre-comp layer, go to your effects, go to transition, go to linear wipe or something, and then sort of kind of wipe it, right? It'll start at 0, right? And I'll keyframe that right there. I'll just go to like 430, 100%. And it'll get rid of it. So if I just quickly just render it out, you're going to see goes through. So let's just say you want to say like leave a like, and then all of a sudden it just goes away, right? You can do that. Very simple stuff. I don't want to do that for today's tutorial, however, but I wanted to show you guys that was a thing. I'm just pressing Control Z right now. And so pretty much what I want to show you guys is you can just keep it like this, make your video overlay, put your text in there. If I just want to right click new text, throw in your text in here, overlay, maybe like shrink it down, put overlay in the middle, whatever, this is your name or something like that. Or if you want to get, you know, creative, you put your Twitter, your everything in there. This is like the simplest form of After Effects. I'm not really showing you guys that because it's basically kind of copy and pasting your whatever text you want, giving it a simple transition if you guys wish to, stuff like that, or make it fade in if you want to make it fade in. If you press, I believe, is it T on my keyboard? Yeah, if you press T on your keyboard, it gives you the opacity. So you can of course change your opacity from 0 to 100 if you guys want to, right? To make it like maybe come in and fade in like that. So that could be a thing, right? So either way, I was going to show you really quickly. However, you can make a new shape layer. Maybe if you're one of the people who want to do how do you say it, like overlays, like I did, like this video was for like video overlays, like, or excuse me, video webcam overlays. If you wanted the same thing, you can kind of like you probably need like some kind of reference. However, if you wanted to make a rectangle, let's say this rectangle right there, now this rectangle is going to be below everything really quickly. With this rectangle, now the same thing goes with that within After Effects within Illustrator. So there is a fill and there is a stroke option. So to make a stroke, which will be like the webcam kind of thing going around here, you pretty much just turn this off. So you want to click on this, oops, you want to click on fill, and then you want to go where it says none. When I click on the actual word fill, and you'll see these little layers here. You can also probably make a gradient like that as well within the fill options. However, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use ramp because it was cooler for me. And pretty much you just click on none, just like so, press OK, go to your stroke here, and then turn it on, pressing OK again. Actually, before, I'll do that right now. Pressing OK again, and if I really quickly show you guys, if I select this layer here, you can see that the actual stroke itself is very small. If I just click on this layer, make sure I pull this up right over here, and I believe you can actually make it so that you can put it on the inside. How do you put it on the inside? I forgot. Does anyone know? I forgot. I don't use that this much that often. However, if you want to put it on the inside, I don't know. You gotta ask someone else. So yeah, so you can pretty much just make a stroke like so, and then you can probably make your stroke layer. Excuse me, can't talk right now. But maybe make your stroke layer kind of fade in as well. Layer effects, transitions, linear wipe, maybe something very weird and simple like that. 2 seconds. Make it everything finished, and then this thing will come in maybe. So 0. Boom. If I just kind of render this out really quickly. This is just like more to it. I just kind of want to just show you guys. Right? Comes in. That maybe comes in, and then maybe that will be like the way you then fade into like your webcam, and then all of a sudden your gameplay plays. I'm not sure how you would use the entire thing itself. Like that was just like more of like a reference kind of thing, but I just kind of want to show you guys how to do this, because I of course really want to redeem myself from the old 3D tutorial animation kind of thing, because that was a little bit too weird for me, and then I kind of want to show you guys this as it is right here. So I hope you guys did enjoy Please leave a like on the video if you guys, you know, kind of want to support me and stuff. I would appreciate it immensely because you guys gave this one 320 likes, right? This terrible one. However, I appreciate the support regardless. Thank you guys so freaking much. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at CecilHQ. Do not forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already. And please comment down anything you want to see me do. Of course, join my Discord maybe if you guys haven't joined my Discord. If you're into Discord and if you have one and use it regularly, join my Discord server. It's really cool and fun for me to just talk to you guys every once in a while and share your work with other people, of course. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed once again. And I'll talk to you guys later. CecilHQ out. Peace. Oh God, I messed this up. Moving it. Whoops.